In today's video, we're going to talk about why gut health is such a critical piece of the puzzle when it comes to managing Hashimoto's. Hi, I'm Dr. Jesse Morris. I specialize in natural solutions for fatigue, gut health, and autoimmunity. When it comes to managing Hashimoto's or any other autoimmune condition, reducing inflammation as much as possible is a critical piece of the strategy. Okay? Systemic inflammation tends to drive autoimmune conditions to be more aggressive and to flare up more often. And your gut can be a huge source of inflammation. So you can imagine your gut as a tube, right? On the inside of the tube, it's where your food gets digested. It's completely coated in bacteria, making up your gut microbiome, right? Now you can imagine if the cardboard is the barrier between the inside and the outside of the gut. All around the outside of the gut it's coated in blood vessels, right? And there's a lot of immune cells that hang out just on the outside of the gut barrier. So on the inside, you have where your food gets digested, your microbiome. Just on the outside of the barrier is your bloodstream and your immune system, okay? So if your gut barrier is robust, it's intact, it's functioning really well, it's only gonna let food that's been broken down into very small bits to pass through into the bloodstream. Food that's been broken down real small interacts with your immune system. The immune system sees it, says, you're fine, everything's good. On the other hand, if there's leakiness or damage or disruption to the gut barrier, it's gonna allow larger food particles that haven't been broken down all the way, bits of bacteria, toxins, all of those sorts of things to leak through into the bloodstream where they're not supposed to be. Then your immune system's gonna see that and go like, well, that's not supposed to be in here. That can create a systemic inflammatory response that then spreads throughout the rest of the body. That systemic inflammation can then drive autoimmune conditions to be more active. So some of the major things that cause leakiness or disruption in the gut barrier are nutrient deficiencies, specifically vitamin D, imbalances in your gut bacteria, so when the microbiome gets out of balance, inflammatory foods like gluten and dairy are the two biggies, and then also stress, interestingly enough, can really create disruption in the gut barrier. So if you have Hashimoto's, right, spending some time and attention really tending to your gut health can be really powerful in reducing overall inflammation and reducing the kind of dampening down the immune system when it gets kind of overzealous. So some of the fundamentals when it comes to improving gut health are, first off, improving the diversity of your microbiome. You could do that through eating a diverse variety of fruits and vegetables, or potentially taking probiotics. You can, another really important piece of the puzzle is vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D is a critical nutrient that supports the barriers or the junctions that make up the barrier in the gut. So if you don't have any sort of autoimmunity, you want your vitamin D in the 50 to 70 nanograms per milliliter range, okay? If you do have autoimmunity, you want your vitamin D to be a little higher. 70 to 90 nanograms per milliliter is a more optimal range if you have autoimmunity. There are also some specific anti-inflammatory supplements that can be really helpful for gut health. So omega-3s, curcumin, resveratrol, and butyrate are the top of my list. Reducing stress can be really important. And then also reducing inflammatory foods. Unfortunately, gluten and dairy are the big ones that drive inflammation and create leakiness in the gut barrier. So listen, if you have Hashimoto's, I really encourage you to put some time and attention into tending your gut health, and it can go a long ways towards reducing overall inflammation and just helping manage the autoimmune condition a little better. So if you want more information about Hashimoto's or gut health in general, you can check out my other videos on drjessemorris.com. Listen, I hope this is really helpful, and I look forward to seeing you soon.